JBNN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, severe weather alert remains in effect for Jamaica. Fisherfolk across the island are being advised to evacuate the quays and banks as severe weather is expected to spread over the country within the next 36 to 48 hours. In its latest bulletin on Thursday, the Met Service of Jamaica said the tropical wave over the southeastern Caribbean Sea continues to move westward towards the island. At present, the wave is producing showers and thunderstorms and has the potential to develop further in the coming days. Over the next 48 hours, the system is expected to strengthen into a tropical depression or storm, which could bring unstable weather over Jamaica's territorial waters. The Met Service is advising fisherfolk on the quays and banks to evacuate immediately and start returning to the mainland. Other small craft operators in Jamaican waters are advised to return to port. Operators already in port are being advised against returning to the waters. The Met Service says it will continue to monitor this area of disturbed weather closely. Man shot dead at Westmoreland tire shop identified. The police have identified the man who was gunned down at a tire shop in Petersfield, Westmoreland on Wednesday afternoon. The deceased has been identified as 28-year-old Tashwin Coke, a labourer of Darliston district in the parish. Reports are that Coke and two other men were on their way to a football match when the Toyota Vauxhall minivan in which they were travelling developed a punctured tire. The driver of the Vauxhall then stopped at a tire shop to have it repaired. Coke, who was standing outside the van with the driver, was subsequently approached by a man who brandished a weapon and opened fire at him. The police were summoned, and on their arrival, Coke was found lying on the ground, suffering from a gunshot wound to his head. He was rushed to the Savlamar Public General Hospital where he was pronounced dead. The other men were not injured during the incident. Police beef up for St. Catherine South after mass shooting. Days after the killing of 3 people in a mass shooting at a football match, Commissioner of Police Major General Anthony Anderson announced a beef up in manpower and other resources to tackle crime in the St. Catherine South Division. A contingent of 40 additional cops will be deployed. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang described the incident as tragic and traumatic and expressed sympathy for the families of the victims. It is normal Jamaican practice for families after church, after Sunday dinner, to take the family to go out and watch a game of football or other types of recreation. In no way would they anticipate this kind of violence, Chang said of the gun attack at the company's stage event in Spring Village, Old Harbour. We are seeing across the island some very serious, brutal and violent attacks on individuals involving women and children, and individuals who are not even aware of what is happening getting hurt. The remarks by Chang and Anderson were made during a visit to the community Wednesday, where they and officials of Jamaica Broilers sought to comfort grieving relatives and friends. Jamaica Broilers Chairman Robert Levy struggled to control his emotions as he offered prayers to the victims' families, some of whom are or were employees of the poultry producer. As the crying grew louder, Levy could not hold back his tears. He said that the company would assess the areas of need of the families. Anderson said that the police already have strong leads and anticipate a breakthrough soon. Something like this doesn't happen and no one knows who the perpetrators are. People know. Unfortunately for us, we're getting information from all over, the commissioner said.
The enemy has a face and is identifiable, and you saw them the other day. That's what they look like. And that's how they operate. They don't care. They can shoot randomly. If you pressure them, they'll just kill anybody. Right? We are constrained and restrained in how we function. So when you hear the nonsense trying to make those guys, those youngsters, put themselves in harm's way, protect the rest of Jamaica, as the problem, it's a nonsense. And I notice I hear calls all over the place to ask me to comment on what the minister had said about shooting. Every single time that the police and gunmen engage, the police must win. Is that clear now? Okay, every single time. All right, so, and we shoot center of mass. That's where we shoot, that's where we train to shoot. That's it. And we make sure that our people are well trained. Right? So, I don't know if there needs to be any more clarity on that. So that's all I'm going to say on that. At the moment, we are dealing with grieving families. right? And all kinds of thoughts are going in your head, and you drift in and out as you think about it, traumatized by what has happened. And even those people who are not, probably just haven't realized that they're processing things. Because you'll process it. Over the next few days, you're going to go through a cycle. At one point, you're going to be angry. At one point, you're going to be sad. At some point, you're going to be, hopeless. And then hopeful. And with the support of the organization and with the support of each other, you will get through this as well.
9 people were shot by men traveling in 2 motor cars who attacked spectators watching the football match. It is believed that the target was Jerome Squire, who was allegedly linked to illegal guns that went missing. Squire, his niece Sasha-Gaye Banks, and another man identified only as Curry were killed. 6 others sustained gunshot injuries. One of the gunmen was wounded by a policeman on the scene. St. Thomas Police report 89% increase in murders. The St. Thomas Police are reporting an 89% increase in murders in the parish when compared with the corresponding period last year. 34 murders were committed in the parish up to September 17, as against 8 for the same period last year. St. Thomas also recorded 132 major crimes up to September 17, compared with 117 for the corresponding period in 2021. 11 illegal firearms and 238 rounds of ammunition have been recovered in the parish up to September 17. Delacree youth killed after third gun attack. A mother's warning to her targeted 22-year-old son, who on 2 previous occasions was shot and injured by gunmen in their Delacree Lane community, came to pass after the third and fatal attack Monday night. Novlet Forsyth and her family regularly told the first of 5 children, Romario Burrell, otherwise called Bulby, to be very careful. He has been watching his back in their gritty community, located in southern St. Andrew. The family said that Burrell was the third gun murder in their family since the start of the year. His cousin was killed on January 1 and another relative on July 23. The mothers of those deceased men were also by Forsyth said at the family home on Tuesday, mourning Burrell's death. Forsyth said her son did construction work after he was forced to abandon classes at the Hart Academy because of a gang war. Me come outside right at my lane, and one of my cousins come and see a Romario. Me run go down the road. Me see him pan the ground, not talk or nothing, she said. Burrell was said to be kind, helpful, and a bit of a comedian. Relatives said that he had been shot twice in 2021. Everybody want him, but he's not really a youth to walk up and down. He may go amongst his friends, and from his friends to his cousin, and then to his yard, Forsyth said. Reports from the Huntsville police on that about 8:35 p.m. along Delacree Lane. A gunman on foot opened fire, hitting Burrell several times. Residents summoned the police, who assisted the injured man to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Householders have also called for better lighting in the community, adding that criminals use the cover of darkness to commit violent crimes. The St. Andrew South Police Division has recorded a 16% decline in murders year on year. Up to September 17, the division recorded 104 homicides, 20 fewer than the 124 people killed over the corresponding period in 2021. All other major crimes in the division, except robberies and break-ins, have declined. Meanwhile, murders nationally have increased year on year by 8%. A total of 1,108 people were killed up to September 17. Wanted man involved in shootout with police in Lucy. A man reportedly engaged the police in a shootout Tuesday night in Lucy, Hanover, was reportedly wanted by law enforcement. The man, whose name is being withheld pending further investigations, has been hospitalized under police guard for injuries sustained during the shootout. A policeman was also injured during the incident. His condition is not considered serious. The police said the man is a known violence producer who was wanted for several crimes committed in the Hanover division. A Browning 9mm pistol and 1 9mm round of ammunition were seized. Reports from the Hanover police saw that on Tuesday evening, a team was on patrol in the town when the man was seen driving a motorcycle with a pillion. The driver reportedly began to act suspiciously upon seeing the police. The police attempted to intercept the man, who then drew a weapon. He was reportedly told to drop the gun but refused to comply and allegedly fired at the police. The police reportedly returned fire and the suspect was hit in the lower body. The police say the pillion escaped on foot. The incident is currently under investigation by the Inspectorate of Professional Standards Oversight Bureau of the JCF and the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM. Jamaica reports 101 new COVID-19 cases, 2 deaths. The Ministry of Health and Wellness on Wednesday, September 21, reported 101 new COVID-19 cases and 2 deaths, bringing the infection total to 151,506. The new cases comprise 53 females and 48 males, with ages ranging from 5 days to 91 years. The cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew 38, St. Catherine 15, Westmoreland 15, St. Thomas 8, Clarendon 6, St. Elizabeth 5, St. James 5, Portland 3, Manchester 2, St. Mary 2, Hanover 1 and Trelawney 1. 2 deaths were reported for the period. These were a 69-year-old female and a 68-year-old female from St. Catherine. This brings the total number of fatalities to 3,301. There were 104 recoveries in the last 24 hours, bringing the total to 98,548. Currently, 84 people are hospitalized, 20 of whom are moderately ill, 5 severely ill, and 3 in critical condition. Jamaica's positivity rate for the latest round of testing is 9.5%, the ministry said. In sports news, Brandon King 104 not enough as Tallawahs lose to Warriors. Guyana Amazon Warriors got off to a winning start on their home leg of the Hero Caribbean Premier League with a thrilling 12-run victory for Jamaica Tallawahs at Providence on Wednesday night. Brandon King almost single-handedly guided Tallawahs to victory, but his century was not enough. Chasing a victory target of 179, opener King hammered 104 from 66 balls to help the Tallawahs to 166 off 19.5 overs. After electing to field first, Jamaica Tallawahs had the Warriors struggling on 104 for 7 after 17 overs. However, it was the Jamaican who saved Guyana Amazon Warriors. Odin Smith came to rescue the Warriors as he stroked an attacking 42 from just 16 balls with 6 sixes to help his team to 178 for 8 of their allotted 20 overs. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.